and welcome to a tutorial on how to randomize any Pokemon game you want. So what you're going to need for this tutorial is a universal Pokemon randomizer and any Pokemon game you want. To get these things, you can just go to Google and type in Pokemon randomizer. The first link is going to be the right one. There's also going to be a link for this in the description below. Then you go to downloads and you can download right here, but as you can see, I've already downloaded it. Now for the Pokemon games themselves, you're going to want to go to coolrom.com. Again, the link for this will be in the description below. Then you just search any Pokemon game you want, and there you go. So what you're going to want to do first is extract the universal Pokemon randomizer. And there you go. And then for most people, you can just double click this, but I'm going to have to, because I have WinRAR, I'm going to need to do this. Anytime now. There you go. Then you're also going to want to extract your Pokemon games. And the reason I have 3 here is because Pokemon Blue is a Game Boy Color game, Emerald is Game Boy Advance game, and Platinum is a Nintendo DS game. So I downloaded 3 of them so that you know it works for any type of Pokemon game. Okay, so what you want to do is click Open ROM, go to any of your Pokemon games. I'll start with Pokemon Blue, and click the file, click Open, and then you can go ahead and do the randomization and then save it. Now I'll take you through the steps of what each of these mean. Race mode, well, you're not ever going to use that. You'll usually want to click no game breaking moves. That way no Pokemon can have a move that will just keep you from moving on. Then you'll want to update moves so that the stats are the same from the latest Pokemon games. Change impossible evos means any Pokemon that needs to be traded or just anything that you can't do without more than one person. You can get that by just just leveling it up. Lowercase Pokemon names, that changes it from, capitals to lowercase. Pokemon base statistics. You're usually going to want to keep this at unchanged, but if you want, you can randomize it, do whatever, and it will mean that, well, Pokemon will either be super strong or super weak just because their stats have been changed. For the starter Pokemon, it's you can either have it at custom, where you can choose your 3 Pokemon. You can have it random, so just any 3 random Pokemon, and random, but all the 3 Pokemon will have 2 evolutions after it. Pokemon types, that means if it's random, then like a Charizard could be a water type, but you'll want to keep most of these at unchanged. The move sets, that just means like Gengar might have Shadow Ball, but if you keep it at random, then it could just have like Thunderbolt and Earthquake or whatever. But again, most people won't want to do that. For trainers Pokemon, random would mean that any trainer just has random Pokemon, but you might want to keep it type themed, so like a Fisher who has a Magikarp might have a random Pokemon, but it will be a water type, so it's staying with the theme. And then most of these are self-explanatory, randomized trainer names, stuff like that. For the wild Pokemon, this is the main part of the randomizer, so you'll probably want to pay attention here. Random means that anywhere, any patch of grass or cave or water that you go into will have a random Pokemon. Area 1-to-1 mapping means that in any route, if there's, let's say, like a Caterpie, then that Caterpie will be replaced by a random Pokemon, and anywhere you find a Caterpie, you'll find that random Pokemon. But just for that area, it'd be like for one route. But global means anywhere you find like a Zubat, it'll be replaced. So if you find one in a cave, then that will be replaced. And if you find one across the map in another cave, that Zubat will also be replaced by the same Pokemon. But usually you'll just want to keep it at random. Additional rules are, pretty self-explanatory. Type themes area, yeah. Catch 'em all mode means that no Pokemon will be randomized twice so that you can actually try and catch them all. Don't use legendaries, and set minimum catch rate means that there will be no Pokemon that are just impossible to catch with just Pokeballs. It'll be like, easy to catch with any Pokeball. Static Pokemon, you won't want to worry about that. TMs and HMs, like if you had TM47 and TM40, I don't actually know, but if TM47 was like Earthquake, then it would be replaced with a random move like Fire Blast. Compatibility means like if Thunderbolt could be taught to Pikachu, then it might not be able to be taught to Pikachu and could be taught to Gyarados. Who really knows? Move tutors, you could randomize them and that means a move. Let's say a person taught your Pokemon Hyper Beam, then it'd be randomized and it might teach them Waterfall. But in Pokemon Blue, there are no move tutors, so you can't do that. In-game trades, that's when you talk to someone and they say, do you have a Magnemite? And I'll trade you it for my Abra. Then, you can just randomize it. And field items, that's just the Pokeballs you find in the field. You can shuffle them or just completely randomize them. But when you've made all your changes, you just click save. You type in the name. I'll just call it blue. And then this is a log file, so you don't want that. And then this is, you can take this string and then put it in another randomizer to get the exact same, settings, but you usually won't need that. So you can just click done, and you now have your randomized blue. Now, let me just quickly open up the randomizer again so that I can show you it works for Emerald and Platinum. So you can open up, then I'll go to Emerald, click Emerald, and there you go. You can do them all now. And as you can see, the move tutors, you can now randomize and as you want because Emerald has move tutors. Okay, now one more time so that you can see it works for Platinum. Now I guess you could have just taken my word for it, but I don't really know. I'm showing you all of them. Live with it. Okay, now it works for all of them. There you go. Now I'm going to take, actually let me open up Emerald. And then I'll change the starters to random completely, and then the wild Pokemon to random, and save it. Emerald. Nope. Done. And then hopefully if you're trying to learn how to do a randomizer, you know how to play a Pokemon ROM, so I won't show you about Visual Boy Advanced in this tutorial, but now you can open up your ROM that you've randomized. And then I'll just speed through this to show you that works. Yes, yes. We've been through this many times. Okay, we're getting closer. The tutorial is basically done for those of you that don't want to know that it works. But here you go. So if you want, you can go ahead and leave the video, and you now know how to randomize. But for those of you that want to see it work, I'll go ahead and show you once I get through the beginning. And we're finally... Okay, now here we go. As you can see, where should be Trico, Torchic, and Mudkip, there's Pelipper, Electabuzz, and Spheal. Okay, there you go. That's how you randomize any Pokemon game you want. I hope this helps you. That's it. Goodbye.